Wake 'em up, wake 'em up. It's Wednesday. Wake 'em up. It's Wednesday. Not who you thought it was gonna be, is it? What's up, y'all? Welcome to Wake 'em Up Wednesdays. I'm your host for today. Not the person who you thought it was, but my name is Kim. I am the executive chemist at Pure Chemistry, where we are the missing element to your restful aromatic experience. I'm also the curator of the collab, where we come in. It's your virtual safe space where we press pause for your productivity. And guess what? It's takeover time, okay? Because you know why? I'm going to tell you why. Lean in. Okay, so guess what? Today, this episode is a very extra special episode of this here POWERCAST because it is the 25th episode. 5 times 5, 25. My sister, Ebony Donald, has been consistently showing up for 25 Wednesdays, y'all. And so we had to come. I had to come and take over, and we had to do something special. I say, girl, you got to do something special because you've been out here rocking it. You've been out here allowing other people a space to come share their stories, to come feel safe, to share who they are. And so we had to come and take over. I had to come take over. I had to come and flip this thing upside down. And so she can come and do something different. Okay. So the roles are reversed. I'm going to be the host and she's going to be in the power seat. Okay. So we're going to get our guest to go ahead and introduce herself. Guest, are you there? Going to introduce yourself?
Oh my goodness, this is so different. Well, what's up, y'all? Apparently it's the takeover today. It's your girl, Coach Eb, your favorite wake up coach. Why do I call myself the wake up coach? First of all, I help women to wake up, to see who they are, to heal from the roadblocks, to get past the roadblocks, to move past what's stopping them from moving forward so they can live their lives, how their purpose to live their lives. That's what I do. So the wake up part, you're going to wake up because if you're sleeping on yourself, that means you need to wake up, right? And when you wake up, I need you to be honest with yourself because the first thing first, you got to be honest, right? So that's just what it is. That's where I get the wake up from. And that's why I always say good morning. Okay? Because we waking up every day, whether it's morning, noon, night, going to bed, no matter what, it's always a good morning. But like I said, I am a certified life coach. I go by Coach Eb, the wake up coach, the only wake up coach, because I am your favorite wake up coach. Okay? Certified life coach. I have been a life coach for almost 2 years now. It has been absolutely amazing. I came across life coaching, and it's something that I have always been doing, but never put the certification behind it, okay? So getting that certification, putting that step on it, because life certifies you as a life coach. I've had so many different experiences, and I've always been the go-to person. And so now being certified, and I'm able to help you to get through this thing called life. So that's what I do. I'm going to encourage you. I'm going to inspire you. I'm going to make you laugh. We're going to get serious. I'm going to tell you to do your heart work. I'm going to tell you to keep it real with yourself. And I'm also let you know, don't judge yourself, okay? Don't criticize yourself. Do it guilt-free. All right? I'm going to shut up because I feel as if Kim is giving me that look. So
yeah, I mean, I need you to pull it back because not you about to get into my question. Give me an opportunity to take over. What are we doing?
It's a habit. I'm sorry.
Press pause for a second. Let's rewind it. And let me bring the people in like you bring them in, because I didn't do the good morning. I got to get the vibrato. You got to get the vibrato up there, the vibrato. Listen, okay, so you was trying to jump the tracks, but I'm going to get you back on track here because I got questions and the people want to know. So you gave the rundown of your life coaching and what you actually do, and people if you're watching this, catching the replay, you can actually sign up to work with Coach Eb. It's not just about watching her on the podcast and listening to what her and her guests talk about, but you can actually get value time to spend with her. So you can wake up off from sleeping on yourself. You can wake up from doing things that there's some stuff you out here doing that you don't want to do no more. Come get you some help. Stop playing. Okay, so listen, Eb. Okay, first question, hot off the press, because we got to know. So I want you to think back. Take us back to right before you started Wake 'em Up Wednesdays and the Pain into Power podcast, right? Why did you start this podcast? What made you be like, look, I'm going to go out here. I'm going to start asking questions from various types of phenomenal people that have amazing stories about how they turned their pain into power. Like, what was going in your mind? Where were you at? What inspired that moment in time to be like, boom, I got to do this podcast?
First and foremost, I'm a talker. I like to talk. I like to talk to people. I like to listen to people, and I like to help people. And so before the podcast got started, it came from a place of I was experiencing my own pain. And the pain I was experiencing, I was also causing that pain and on other people. So it goes back to the story that I've told before, that I was an emotional manipulator. I would tell a story to somebody and only tell half the story, one side of the story. I wouldn't tell the whole story. I wouldn't tell everything I did or everything I said. I would tell partial truth. I wasn't keeping it real with myself. I wasn't being honest with myself. I wasn't holding myself accountable to what was going on at that time. And so when my eyes were open to that and I realized what I was doing, I was like, oh, okay. I have to, first of all, I have to fix this situation. I have to fix the situation with myself first, which is where I had to go deep down inside and do my own hard work and take a minute to get myself together and take a step back to see what I was doing and what it was causing me, the trouble it was causing me, and also the trouble and heartache it was also causing other people, because I was a people pleaser. And so you know how you got a good juicy story to tell somebody, so you only tell them the good juicy part, but you don't tell them the part where you had the fault in it, or you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So once I realized that, and once I realized I had to take a step back and get myself together, and I had to do some apologizing, I had to do some repenting, I had to ask God for forgiveness, I had to ask people for forgiveness. I even had to emotionally heal and forgive myself for what I did to myself. So it wasn't only me apologizing to other people. I had to apologize to myself and forgive myself. Whether it was my fault or not, I still had to forgive myself for being in certain situations and certain places that I shouldn't have been in. So that was a big thing I had to do. And in doing that, when I got to the end of it, I actually did a live on TikTok. And I did I think it was it called, not the Wake Up Challenge. I think it was one of the, I did a challenge, a series, TikTok series. I can't remember the name of it at this moment, but I did a series on TikTok. I went 5 days straight, went live on TikTok with a new story of mine every day that had to do with being an emotional manipulator. And so from there, I was like, yo, that's when Holy Spirit was talking to me. And he was like, you just sat here for 5 days straight and told people about how you had a pain of yours for years, because I had been doing this for years and didn't know it. You have had this pain for years, and you broke it down into 5 days and went live every day. But you have now turned it into your power, because now you were able to go live, speak about it. And 9 times out of 10, that story, something about your story is going to resonate with other people. So when I sat back, I was like, I wonder, where maybe I could talk to people about something that they dealt with, that they turned it and is now using it for their power, which is where I was like, oh, I could just do interviews. I'm just gonna do interviews and we just gonna go live. That's at the time I wasn't thinking, oh, this is a podcast, this is a show, this is a POWERCAST in the power seat. I wasn't thinking about none of that. I was like, I could do interviews and we could just go live and we could talk. I could talk to the people about how they turn their pain into power. So that's where it came from. And I was like, if I got a pain, if I had something that had a negative impact in my life and I have took it and flipped it, reversed it, and now using it as a power and a strength of mine, and I have overcome that and I no longer do that, I know it's some people out here that is the same way and that they have overcome something too. And maybe they haven't spoken about it yet. And they need to get their story out to help the next person and be an impact in somebody else's life. Because once I did that 5-day series on TikTok, people started coming to me, was like, yo, I saw your live and I've done that before. I've been there before. Thank you for doing that. Thank you for being honest. Thank you for being real. That was very integral of you. And I'm like, oh, my little TikTok series made an impact? Okay, so if it made an impact on TikTok like that, it could definitely make an impact by me interviewing other people and they tell their stories, and nobody's story is the same. So I'm going to hear different stories. And even in those stories of interviewing people, there's something that I can hear that even may help me along my journey.
Listen, so what I hear you say is that you utilize a platform that you had to release something. You had to get some stuff off your chest. You had to be open and honest with yourself. You had to be humble and transparent. You had to apologize for whatever it is that you have gone through, whatever it is that you participated in, for whatever. And you saw a need to create a safe space for other people to do the very same thing, to get things off their chest, to release these things. So their stories, just like your story helped all those other people that started to reach out to you, other people's stories, because they are very specific and very unique, can help other people. Right?
Right.
And I think, you know what? Sometimes people don't realize that they're not alone until people open up their mouth and say, yo, you are not alone. I went through this. The things that you thought were specific to you, I've actually gone through those specific things as well. So you are not alone in the world.
Right.
I absolutely love that. You helped other people feel safe on a particular platform so they can share and they can be open and transparent so other people can heal from the stories that they have. So speaking of that, then let's go for it. So what was one of the most, up until this point, because I know you're not done, whatever God has you do next, you're not done, but we're marking this moment of it being a 25th episode. So up until this point, what is one of the most powerful stories you've gotten from people sitting in the power seat, or one of your favorite stories you've heard from people? I'll let you do two. I'll let you do most powerful and not let's not do favorite. Most powerful and the story that has caused you to implement something in your life to change. So I would say most powerful and most transformational story. Give us two.
Okay. The most powerful one that comes to mind right off the bat was last year. It was Coach Chanel Royal.
Hey, Coach Chanel.
My sister coach, she came on and she was in the power seat and she talked about how she turned her pain into power because of being a high achieving woman. And she spoke about how a lot of times as women, we do so much and we get criticized because we do so much. And we get talked about because we do so much, because we're able to handle so much, because we can work a 9 to 5, we can run the household, take care of the kids, we can get the laundry done and run our own business. And that gets for some people that's frowned upon, being able to do that. And she said she had to turn it into, it's not that I have too much going on. I am just a high achieving woman. And there is nothing wrong with being a high achieving woman. So when she talked about having to own being a high achieving woman, I was like, yo, so you mean to tell me I'm not doing too much? I could work my 9 to 5, take care of at home, run my business, make sure my spouse is straight, make sure the kids is straight, make sure I'm straight on top of all of that, first and foremost, because we are the priority. Okay. I can't be good. If I'm not good, I can't make sure nothing else good. But being able to wear all the hats and know it is okay to wear all the hats because you are a high achieving woman. And it's okay, it's acceptable. And as long as you know that you are a high achieving woman, it's okay. But also at the end of the day, being that high achieving woman, knowing that you know when, and you are aware, you have self-awareness of when you need to, I'm gonna take your words, when you need to take a pause, when you need to take a rest, and you need to be still, and you need to take a moment for yourself. That right there that episode was so powerful to me, because it's okay to wear all the hats. It's okay to do what you do, but know at the end of the day, be aware of yourself, have self-awareness that you need to take a moment and you need to chill out, sis. Hey, go get your self-care done. Go get the massage, go get the facial, get your hair done, your nails done, everything done. Whatever you need to get done, make sure you're doing it. And we talked about also being able to take a mental health day. I'm going to say something that a lot of people ain't going to talk about, and they don't like to hear. A lot of companies and people you work for don't want to hear this. If you need to take a mental health day, baby, take it, okay?
Take that day.
Take the day.
Okay, I'm sorry, I felt passionate about that. Let me go back.
Take the day to rest. Take the day to be still. Take the day to sit and meditate. Take the day to sit and journal. Take the day to sit and do absolutely nothing, because you're such a high achiever. Take the day if you need it. Get in that mental health day. If you need a mental health day once a month, baby, do it. That's what they got. PTO, prepare to others. This is my mental health day. I ain't going to be here.
PTO.
Well, I would have to say, for me, that's one of the most powerful episodes, is when she talked about being a high achieving woman, because at one point I was one of those, I didn't like to sit down. I like to have my hands in different places, and I like to do a lot. I like to stay busy, because if I don't stay busy, I get bored. But what I did not understand was when I needed to slow down and take that pause, take that rest, and be still and do something for Ebony. So that right there was powerful for me.
Okay, so hold on before we move on to the next one, because this goes perfectly with one of the questions I was going to ask you. And then we'll go back to your most transformational episode. And shout out to Coach Chanel. You know what? We go tag her interview, her podcast episode in the comments below, so y'all can go and catch that one, because listen, I am here for it. We know a lot of high achieving women, and if you know me, you got to press pause and you got to catch your breath and be still and go take a rest. So in the spirit of pressing pause to take a rest, what do you do? What do you do for Ebony to press pause and take a rest, especially after doing these podcast episodes and hearing all these stories. Now, granted, the stories are from pain into power. We get that positive aspect on the back end, but still, sometimes it's a little heavy to have to hear and process what other people deal with. So, what does Ebony do to make sure that she press pauses, take a break, and get some rest?
Oh, one of my absolute favorite things I do is I am a driver, guys. I love to drive. And in loving to drive, I will get in the car, play music, and just drive. I might jump on the highway. I might go 75 south, and where I end up, okay, I might drive, get on the highway, go 75 south, go get something to eat somewhere else that we don't have here. It might be an hour away. It might be an hour and a half away. Get something to eat, chill, do whatever, jump back on the highway and drive back home. That's something I love to do. That's one of the biggest things that I love to do. Another thing I do when the weather is nice outside, I love grabbing my journal and pulling up by the river and journaling. If I can pull up, it's close enough in the car, I'll roll the windows down, let the air breeze through, and I'll journal by the river, or get out and go sit on a little bench by the water and I'll journal. That's another thing I love to do. That's one of my favorite things to do. And besides, of course, going to get massages. Like I have become a huge fan of massages. Okay, yes, especially deep tissue massage. Okay, because my massage therapist is the GOAT. That's all I'm saying. Shout out to Michelle.
Shout out to Michelle from Elevate Massage Therapy Services.
Okay, shout out to her because she is the GOAT. And go check her out. That's all I'm gonna say. Check her out, Flint, Michigan. Check out Elevate. Listen, she is the truth. Okay, she is the truth. Go check her out. But those are my top 3 things. Another one that I will say, if I don't drive, if I'm not journaling, going to sit by the river and journaling or getting a massage, I will sit in the house, sit on the couch, and just turn on music and just sit there and play music. I play a little game on my phone. I don't text nobody. I don't call nobody. I don't talk to nobody. I don't answer phone calls. I don't answer text messages. I will sit there and listen to music. It don't matter what type of music. We might be praise and worship. We might be too legit to quit. We might be hammer time. You never know what you're going to get. You know, I love balance. It's good to have a good balance.
Balance.
Gotta have a good base. Okay, so I love a mixture. All right, I'm just saying. But those are the four things I love to do. For me to press pause, sit back, relax. That's my favorite.
Kick off your shoes and relax your feet. Go for a drive with Ebony. Oh, I got bars. Don't play.
Yes, kid. Yes, yes, kid. Yes.
In the studio. Somebody signed me. This is gold over here. Gold. Don't play with it.
Yeah.
But listen, I can vouch for her. She is 1000% a driver, especially in the big cities. Because your girl, I can drive around here, around home. I can drive in the country, but the big cities, Ebony, come on over. Come on over. Sit in this seat because I ain't doing it. I ain't doing it. But yes, driving and journaling. I absolutely love that. So, okay. So getting back to your favorite episode. So hit us with the episode that that you implemented something from that episode that brought transformation for you. Because you always talk about bringing transformation to others, but what is somebody's story brought transformation to you in your life or how you operate?
Oh, let me see. I would have to say one of the transformational episodes that I did was the first episode of the first time I brought on the men's. When the men's came on board.
The
men's came on board, okay? Listen, God, I put it on my heart to open it up because before Pain into Power, I was only doing, it was all women. All women. It wasn't until episode, I want to say episode 18. Episode 18 was the first episode that I brought the guys on. And he told me for Black History Month to go for the Black men in my family. And so episode number 18 was my cousin Boosie. Albert Smith, my cousin Boosie, my cousin brother. In his episode, he talked about his transformation on how he went from for his bodybuilding and the regimen he went to getting healthier, losing weight, getting in the gym and counting macros. And it was amazing to listen because I actually watched that transformation in real time, like face to face. Like I saw him back in, 2012, 2013, and then saw him in 2014 when he lost the weight for his brother's wedding. And then from there, saw him transform into the person he is now to do the bodybuilding. And from that, I was like, yo, if I saw what he looked like before and I see what he looks like now, granted, it was over the course of a little over, I want to say it was a little over maybe 10 years, something like that. Mm-hmm. But it let me know that it is possible to make healthier changes and to become healthy and to live a healthy lifestyle. Because I got to a point once where I was like, yeah, I don't know if me eating better or working out, am I actually going to be able to do this? So once again, I will shout out Coach Chanel because between Coach Chanel, working with her, and the episode with Boosie, them two right there, when it comes to the accountability, okay, Coach Chanel, I'm in her Complete Her program, accountability wellness fitness program right now. And I told her, she kind of stuck with me. Sorry, Coach.
Not stuck like glue. What stuck like glue.
Right.
Hey, baby, we're stuck like glue.
I told her, I said, you kind of stuck with me. I'm not going anywhere because I love her setup. I love the way she goes about it. And then when Boosie came along with his episode, I had just started, when his episode came out, it was the first week in February. I just started working with Coach Chanel February 1st. So with his episode coming out the first week in February, I just started with her February 1st. I was like, okay, this is a divine connection, divine alignment. I'm starting with her the 1st of February, and you the first one up for the first week in February. So not only did I have the encouragement from my fitness coach, now I have his episode talking about how he, made the changes and ate better and started working out. And then he encouraged with starting with what you have. And I was like, well, I don't have a gym membership right now. He was like, start with what you have. And then starting with what I have meant, okay, let's see. And I'm going to keep it real with y'all, because one thing I'm going to always do, I'm always going to be transparent. I didn't have the little 5-10 pound weights. I didn't have the 3 pound weights, didn't have a gym membership. I went in my cabinet, found some heavy cans of, what did I have? I had a cream of chicken soup. So I'm in there with the cream of chicken soup like this. Hold on. I'm working out 2 cans of cream of chicken soup like this, doing stuff, exercising, cream of chicken, do it, get it. I'm getting it. Couldn't tell me. Now I'm, you know what I'm saying? Because he said, start with what you got. And I'm like, well, until I go get these little weights, let me go ahead and get these little cans. So I pulled the cans out and was doing stuff with cans. And the first exercises I started to doing was, I love to do hustles. We got the boots on the ground. We got the Tamiya because I learned it. Okay. We got the cha-cha slide. We got the flex. All these things. What I did was I created a playlist on YouTube and I put it on the TV, and I did hustles for my exercise with my cans of cream of chicken soup. So I was dancing flex, yo, but and boots on the ground. I did it all, but I enjoyed it because that's something I love to do already is hustle. So if I can get up on a regular, at least start out at least 2-3 times a week doing it, and then increase it, I can get a routine going of being able to keep up with this. And then hearing him, even talking to him on the side about macros and everything, because me and him had that conversation even before he did the episode, before I got started with Coach Chanel. So I knew I was starting with Coach Chanel soon. And then with him, for him to pop up, and he was talking about that before I started working with her. And then before his episode came out, I was like, okay. So when that episode came out, I was like, oh, okay. All right. Because one thing about the episodes, Pain into Power for Wake 'em Up Wednesday, I don't know what nobody is about to talk about. I don't know. I truly don't know what their story is going to be. I tell them I prefer not to know, because I want to be mind blown, shocked, and in awe, just like you are when you see the episode. So when he talked about that, it was so encouraging, because I got to see him go from the weight he was to who he is now and being a bodybuilder. So that one was a transformational one for me, because now, you know, you can't tell me nothing because I lose a couple. I said losed. Yes, I said losed, because I lose a couple pounds and some inches. And, you know, this is coming from someone that was diagnosed with diabetes at age 16, teenager, high school. What a high schooler, a kid, a teenager know about diabetes? You know what I'm saying? Since I was 16, I'm pushing 40 this year, and we talking A1C is at a 7. Okay, coming from an A1C of 13. It took me some time, but I'm here. So that episode helped me with continuing to be motivated and moving forward. So that was the most transformational interview that I did.
First of all, you better flex. You better flex. She hit us with a bloop. My A1C is down to 7 from a 13. Bloop. Put some respect on my levels, okay? Don't worry about it, sweetheart. What's going on over here? Just know that I am in the green, okay? I am level, and I'm doing very well. Thank you very much. I know that's right. You better flex. But yes, so the transformational, that episode with Boosie, I believe it was super dope. And we will be sure to, I said we, like this is my podcast. She will be sure to well, I'm taking over. So we will be sure to make sure that it is tagged in the comments below. Go back and catch that episode from our cousin brother Boosie. It was so inspirational. He really shared his heart and shared the story of, first of all, it's not just women. It's not just women. Men are out here doing what they need to do to heal, to make sure they come out with a power story too, so they can go back and help somebody else. So that episode was amazing. And I think that was one of the episodes that kind of sparked, because we had already been talking about, you know, weight loss and getting health together and getting better and stretching more, and the massages from our girl Michelle. Shouts out to Michelle once again. We're gonna have to send her this episode.
Okay.
But just rehabbing our bodies. And so when he came out with the episode, and I don't know the episodes ahead of time. So I was just as surprised when she was, when she put it out, watching with everybody else. I was like, yo, how are these topics coming out at these specific times? They just be hitting on point. And so once again, shouts out to Coach Chanel and shouts out to Boosie, because their stories have been subject matter for us in conversations even to today. And Coach Chanel went last year and Boosie went in February, and we're about to enter into April. So shouts out to y'all. Y'all stories are amazing. Everybody's stories have been amazing. So look, listen, we are so proud of not just of Ebb to curate this platform so other people can come on, but we are proud of every single person that came to share their stories. We're proud of you. We see you, we honor you, and we respect you for trusting Ebb to come on and share your stories and share your heart with people, because you never know who's going to pick up the episode. You never know who's going to pick up the audio. You never know, the story of faith that you spoke about will inspire somebody else just because they heard your voice speaking the words and speaking your story. So shouts out to y'all. We love y'all and we appreciate y'all. Okay, so Ed, so we got another question. I want to ask, let's see. So Ebony didn't really know. I sent her these questions kind of right before we got on here. So she didn't really know a whole bunch of what I was going to ask her. So, and I don't know what her responses are. So this is really like on the go, but you know, y'all, we're going to work this out. We're going to work this out. So let's see. Have there been, no, I want to ask this one because I think this is important. So how have you managed to maintain or balance? And we kind of talked about this before, but how have you managed to take stories that have been painful, stories that have been heavy, stories that potentially could trigger things in people, and then turn the conversation and help the conversation to remain positive so people can go away with that positive aspect of, yes, life happens. Life is life and life happens. Everybody's story is a little bit different, catered to whatever experience they had, but ended it on a positive note and helping people walk away with a nugget that they can hold on to, a piece of hope, where their story might feel like that they might feel like that they just might not make it out the situation. How do you ensure that after each episode, each person that come across the podcast, the POWERCAST, can walk away with that glimpse of hope, that light of hope to carry them through till the next week, till they come back and get some more hope in their tank?
The number one thing is that I try my best to point out is if something positive can turn into a negative, if something negative can turn into a positive for somebody else, your negative can also turn into a positive. It may not be the same situation. It may not be the same event or life event, traumatic event. But one of the things that I try to ask, and this is where it gets real with me. This is where it kind of goes deep. And some people will probably be like, what? But in that negative situation, in that pain, that issue, that roadblock, that struggle that you are in right now, what are you supposed to be learning from it? Every single negative thing that we go through, every single bad thing that we go through, every single loss that we have, every single time somebody steals something from us, takes something from us, something negative or bad happens to us, there is something somewhere that we are supposed to learn from it that's going to help us to grow, mature, gain power, gain strength, confidence, be bold, be authoritative. There's something in any and everything. I don't care how bad that situation is. Okay. I don't care how bad it is. There is something on the other side of that you're supposed to learn, but you have to grow through it, go through it and grow through it in order to learn it. And that's one of the things I like to point out about Pain into Power. I did notice in some episodes, a lot of people say, well, I didn't think I had pain. I didn't think I had pain. And it's like, there's something that tried to hold you up from reaching your goal. What's the roadblock that stopped you from reaching that goal when you wanted to reach it? That happens with everybody somewhere along the line. So my biggest thing is taking that negative situation and being, first of all, honest with yourself. Okay, let me give you an example. Okay, this bank account right now is in the red, right? This is literally a negative situation because it's in the red. What am I supposed to learn from this right now in this negative situation? Take a moment to take a step back. When it wasn't in the red, when it was in the green, what was I spending my money on that I had no business? What was I doing I didn't have no business? Were you spending it on a bunch of junk food because you were such a foodie? Were you spending it on a bunch of, let's see, being an alcoholic, so you buying a bunch of alcohol? And now you're trying to figure out why your account is in the negative. Is this the way of you getting sat down because you wouldn't do it yourself? A situation takes place sometimes to sit you down because you don't know and are not aware yourself to get somewhere and sit down, to stop doing the things that you shouldn't be doing like that, because you have places to go, people to see, things to do. We have a future that's still ahead of us. So in that moment, okay, my account is in the red because I wanted to buy 5/5 of alcohol every single weekend. Now it's the following week. It ain't a payday week, and I ain't got no money to even put the groceries in the house. Well, had you been smart and not bought 5/5 of alcohol over the weekend, you would actually have money to buy groceries and be able to actually feed yourself the way you're supposed to be fed. So now you're in the negative, you in the red, and you can't. So you're supposed to learn, you know what? Let me focus on what is the priority for my money. What am I supposed to be? What is most important in my life? What is the priority in my life that I'm supposed to focus on and pay attention to? Because this situation is making me learn I need to prioritize my money. I need to get somewhere and sit down. Is it worth buying all that just, for the weekend? Just to get to Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then you have to make it all the way to the next Friday because that's not a pay week? Is just, what do you need to learn out of your negative situation or that pain or that struggle or whatever you're going through right now? There's a lesson learned in everything. It's never oh, I failed. No, we don't do failures. They're all lessons learned because you're supposed to learn something out of everything. Maybe it's supposed to teach you a lesson of being able to gain strength, teach you to focus on your finances, because maybe there's an opportunity around the corner you don't even know about because you're too busy buying up all the alcohol, but you don't even know the guy about to bless you with an opportunity because you done spent your money. Now you don't have the money to invest it where you're supposed to invest it. So that's my biggest thing is when it's a pain, a struggle, a bad time, worst time, a sick time, because sometimes we get sick. Lord, why me? Why did you give me this? What are you supposed to learn from that situation?
We're going to take a moment of silence because shots were fired. Everybody gather yourselves. Let's take a deep breath here. She done came for the foodies in the audience. Lord, she done came for us.
I'm just saying, because I was at foodie. Because I was at Myers buying all the Fat Boy ice cream sandwiches. That was me. And then was mad because I was like, I know I had $20. Where that $20 go? And then I come across where the $20 was at and find the Myers receipt for the Fat Boys box that cost $5.69 a box, because I bought 3 boxes and now am I talking? Okay, I'm sorry.
Again, a moment of silence.
I'm just
not the Fat Boy ice cream.
Listen,
I got you. Is there one? In the arms of an angel.
It was me. It was me. Because my blood sugar did not like them Fat Boy ice cream sandwiches, okay? But my body and my stomach loved them.
She said my mind was telling me no, but my body was telling me yes. I don't want to hurt nobody.
I ain't want to hurt nobody, but them fat boy ice cream sandwiches. Man.
She ain't gonna let me come back. I got a song for everything. She ain't gonna let me come back. She ain't gonna let me come back.
It's the truth, though.
Yeah, it's real.
Situation, there's something we're supposed to learn, and somebody ain't gonna like this. Grow up. Grow up. You're going through something because you're supposed to learn something. Let's keep it real. That's one thing I'm gonna do with you. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Grow up. See what it is that you need to learn in the situation you are in right now. How did you get to this situation? How did you, what part did you play? Oh, it's not all your fault, but what part did you play? Or is this coming back to bite you in the butt from something else you did to somebody else? So this is the way it's coming back to get you. Okay, Kim, what's the next question? I'm sorry. See, this is why we can't do a takeover because, okay.
Because you be getting real raw out here. And I'm like, I don't know. I cannot tell you.
Real rap raw.
Let me hurry up and save somebody because, woo, hold on. Let me get the question. Let me scroll. Let me scroll. Hurry up. Find it. Where's that? Where's that?
Yeah, come with the next question.
Let's move on because she's going to start talking again and then it's going to be over. Okay. Where'd it go? I didn't check it off yet. Okay. What? All right. Focus. Alma, focus. Bring it back.
Turn your pack on.
Turn your pack on. We're gonna that was truth. Truth had to go out. Okay. So real talk. You lucky it was her. Get yourselves together. Okay. Because we're not gonna deal with the foolishness after so long. So either get some help. Come back. Okay. So
come on, Alma.
Focus. What impact do you hope your POWERCAST would bring to the people that watch? What impact do you hope that your POWERCAST will bring to the people that watch?
I hope that everyone understands that everybody has a story. Everybody has a story to tell. Everybody has a story that they need to tell. I hope that my podcast helps give people the boldness and the courage to tell their story because somebody else needs to hear it. The boldness and the courage to, not that you have to go live, not that you have to, do it this way. Maybe it's writing a book. Maybe it's a playwright. Maybe you don't even know that you're a poet, and it. Maybe it's writing a song, but you have a story to tell. Maybe you're an artist, and you need to tell your story by painting. Everybody has a story to tell, but what is your thing? What is your niche? What is your quirk? What is so special about you? That special thing you love to do, that one thing that you absolutely love to do. How can you use that talent that you have to tell your story? Because everybody has one. Everybody has a pain to power story because we ain't perfect. Everybody done struggled in some way, shape, or form. And my thing is I wanted my podcast to help give people the courage and the authority to step into their story and own their story because it's theirs. No matter what everybody else around them is saying, or no matter what the naysayers are saying, it's your story. It didn't happen to nobody else but you. Now, mind you, you could say, but my sister was with me when it happened. She has her own story of how it happened through her own set of eyes, her own set of ears. So it's going to come out of her mouth a little bit different. So y'all may have similar stories, but two different point of views. So she has her way of telling that story, and you have your way. Like I said, it may be similar, but everybody has a story. I just want everybody to have the boldness and the courage to be able to get it off their chest and release that story and stop holding it in, because sometimes we have those stories we hold in and we suppress them, and they get buried deep down, and there's more stuff piled on top, more stuff piled on top, until we ready to explode. Then people think you crazy. Oh, what's with that crazy chick outside? I'm just saying. So I want everybody to tell their story. That's what I want. Like I said, write a poem, write a book, write a song, paint something, draw, start singing it. However you need to tell your story. You could just, your story can be told. If you play guitar, your story can be told by simply playing the guitar. Playing the guitar. The melody coming from your guitar is telling your story. And it can be so powerful to hear that guitar playing that you can touch somebody's heart because they are hearing what you're playing. And at the end of it, you can let them know, yeah, what I just played, that was my story. And this is how I express myself. However you need to express yourself, tell your story in that, and through that expression. That's what I want people to get from the podcast, POWERCAST.
Man, that is so good. And you say everybody has a story and they can tell it in their own way. And what I say is everybody is creative. They just don't realize it. They just don't realize it. And just because it doesn't come out in colors or music or paint does not mean you are not creative. Everybody is creative. Like that one lady said, everybody's so creative. Everybody is so creative, for real. You just got to sit with yourself and feel comfortable with yourself and feel safe within yourself to express whatever that is. So release that and get that out. I love that. Everybody has a story, and you want everybody to feel comfortable enough to share their story. You never know. You never know who need to hear it. You never know. You know what? That remind me of.
I'm gonna say something to you right quick, and it just came to me right now. Telling your story is another way for you to wake up from sleeping on yourself. Because once you tell your story, you are now fully aware. Because if that story is deep down and suppressed, you're now fully aware of what happened, how it made you feel, what was the outcome, and what you're doing now from when that happened. That's another form of waking yourself up from sleeping on yourself, because it's lying dormant and suppressed. Once you get it out, you are now able to feel free from that story and from that situation because you expressed it, and even in the end up helping somebody else.
Listen. And like Ty Tribbett says, wake up, wake up, wake up. Good morning. Good morning. Wake up, wake up. Wake up and share your story so you can wake up from stop sleeping on yourself. When you get to the point you get comfortable in sharing your story, you get to be comfortable in sharing who you are. That's when you can truly begin to live in your authentic self, your authenticity. Can't nobody tell you nothing after that. Can't nobody come in and say, hey, you should be doing this. And when you start to tell your story for yourself, it's a snowball effect of where you are able to then communicate your boundaries, and you're able to communicate what you will and what you won't accept. It's truly freeing to wake up from sleeping on yourself. And look, Coach had to help me. She had to help me. So listen, final question of the evening. We gonna make it, because we want to know, okay? You've been out here, you've been out here in these POWERCAST streets for 25 episodes, right? So we want to know, the people want to know, what is next? What are you doing? What are you leaning into? What are you getting into? Are there going to be new episodes of Pain into Power? Are you going to do a new type of episode? Are you going to do a different type of, what is it? We want to know what the new is. Give us a little something. Give us a taste.
Ooh, well. Okay. All right. I wasn't expecting that one. One thing that is new that is coming up is currently being worked on as we speak. I have a new website coming out, and my website, as you know, Coach Ebb, the Wake Up Coach. I'll be putting out services. I have a service that is one-on-one coaching, a premium one-on-one coaching service that's called Wake Up and Heal. Wake up and heal.
Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Let me see.
Just a little bit. Just give us a one-liner about it.
Just a bit. Wake up and heal is to wake up to realize you have been taking care of other people and pleasing other people for so long that you have not made yourself a priority. You need to get back to making you a priority, not you a priority, you the priority, and get back to a place of being honest with yourself, being able to trust yourself, and be able to create healthy boundaries for yourself that you have to follow and other people have to follow. That way you can live your life guilt-free. In that process, it takes you through a process of being able to heal from always being in the background and doing everything for everybody else. That's why it's called Wake Up and Heal, because once you wake up, you're going to wake up to yourself to see that there's more. And, I can do these things for these people. And also, I need to do all of this for myself. And I can live my life guilt-free and still be able to handle what I need to handle and take care of what I need to take care of. That's one of the services. I have another service that's called Pain into Power Accountability One-on-One Coaching. Yeah, it's time for the accountability, y'all. Everybody has a goal that they're trying to meet. And some people, okay, maybe you have multiple goals. Some people have goals that they are trying to meet. You're not meeting your goals. What's blocking you from meeting that goal? What's in the way? What is this brick wall that you keep running into? So we gonna get somewhere and sit down. We're gonna discuss this goal, and then you're gonna tell me why you didn't complete it. You're gonna tell me what stopped you. So then we're gonna break down that thing that stopped you from completing that goal, and we're gonna come up with a strategic plan on how we're gonna be able to break that roadblock down into little pebbles and rocks, into sand, into little granules, and it will no longer be in your way to be able to move forward and complete that goal that you have in mind that you want to complete. And that, I call it pain into power, because roadblocks are a pain. So we're going to crush them roadblocks and turn into a power to be able to complete these goals. Okay. Then I have another service that is coming out very, very soon. It's called Wake Up and Go Live.
Ooh. Tell us more.
And go live. Or if you want to make this personal, wake up and go live. You pick how you want to say it.
Hello.
This is for my business owners, my entrepreneurs, my influencers, those that are hiding behind the screen, hiding behind the camera, and won't do what I'm doing right here and get up in this thing and put your whole self out here and be authentic. Woo, yeah. Wake up and go live. We doing sessions, one-on-one sessions. We going live with 4 Wake Up and Go Live sessions. Session 1, we're going to spend some time breaking down why you're afraid of the camera, why you don't want to talk. And this could be not even just the camera, but it also goes to in public too. You have something to say, but you won't get in public and speak. Why not? Let's break that thing down. So we're going to spend some time doing that. And then we're going to spend some time, we're going to practice during that session as well. Session 2 and 3, we're going to have a little minute of us talking and conversating. And then we're going to get in there and we're going to get recording and we're going to go live and we're going to talk this thing out and we're going to have you speaking. Sessions 2 and 3. Session 4, guess what? We're going to talk about how in session 1, you had the pain of not being able to go live, to speak publicly, and the roadblocks that you dealt with and how you took that pain and you turned it into power. And that's going to be in session 4. And you're going to leave this 4-session coaching program, this creator program, with your own content for social media for yourself that you can use of your own self going live on your own social media because you did that. It's like a graduation celebration. So those are 3 services that are coming. As far as the podcast, POWERCAST, we are expanding. I'm going to be possibly moving into a new platform, not removing it from YouTube, but a new streaming platform. I'm trying out new streaming services, doing that. And also, we're going to bring in group Pain into Power sessions.
Come on, group panelists.
Group Pain into Power sessions. When I say group, maybe you're a group of siblings. Maybe it's 2 of y'all. Maybe it's 3 of y'all. Maybe you're a husband and wife. Maybe you're a boyfriend and girlfriend. Maybe you are a mother and a father. Maybe you are a daughter and a mother, father, son. Yeah, we going there. We are expanding. We are opening this thing up to any and everything, because in life, in business, in corporate, in home, in school, there's a struggle somewhere with everything, and there's a way to turn that pain into power. So it's not just about us individualized. There's groups, like I said, couples, married couples, siblings, like me and Kim. You know what I'm saying? So there's things that we had to work on too, that as sisters, we had to turn our pain into power together as a unit, because we are blood sisters and we have that type of relationship. But we had to grow into that relationship. It didn't happen overnight. Did not happen overnight, and it did not happen because the sky is blue. We had to be intentional, get somewhere and sit down and have talks to get to where we are today. And so that's where we are expanding to, opening up to, like I said, to families, to groups. And that's where we are headed. It's expansion. Yeah, I mean, I'm committed to this thing. It's been 25 Wednesdays to 2025 more.
Okay, 2025 more. Well, listen, there you have it. That is the news exclusive. I got y'all. I got a little exclusive for y'all. New episodes, new services, new people, new everything coming your way very soon. So you gotta stay linked in, stay tapped in, stay connected, and subscribe to her YouTube so you can get all the latest on what's going on. And make sure when she get her website going, look, she gonna do all the things. You just gotta stay linked in, stay locked in, stay connected, so you can get to know, so you can hear first of what's going on, what's moving, what's shaking, what's happening in the elevation. That is Coach Ev. That is the Pain into Power POWERCAST. Listen, y'all, I am so glad y'all came and joined us today. If you're catching the replay, #replay us. Drop us a note. Let us know what part of this episode inspired you, made you think about something in a different light, in a different way. It might have inspired you to go start your own podcast, because you know people that maybe Eb don't know that need to turn their pain into power and tell their story and say it with their chest. So whatever it is, drop it in the comments. Let her know what's up. She gonna come back and read them. Okay. So again, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Share this to who needs to hear it. Go back, go through the episodes. She got a Rolodex of 25 so far. That don't mean she done, but she got 25 so far. Go through, see if there's something that you need to tap into. Send that to a friend that might need a word of encouragement. You never know, okay? So, Eb, I want to thank you for allowing me to come in here to take over the POWERCAST for tonight. I appreciate you. We'll see if she let me back, y'all. I don't know. We'll see. This might not happen again because she said, girl, you be singing too much. You got to dial it back. I don't know. We're going to see. We're going to see. But anything else you want to say before we go ahead and exit out, Ebony?
Listen, you have a voice. Use your voice. Find your voice. Know your voice. Don't let anybody take your voice because it's your voice and it's your journey. But enjoy the journey. But along the way, make sure you slow down and let it process. It's all a process. You're going to get there. Don't rush. Don't stop. Get it. That's it.
Don't stop. Get it. Don't stop. Get it. Well, you heard it straight from her, y'all. So listen, again, my name is Kimberly Dedine, rhymes with Divine, the executive chemist at Pure Chemistry. Eb, once again, I'm also her little sister. So Eb, thank you for
big sister.
Little big sister. So thank you for allowing me to come and take over. Until next time, y'all. I hope y'all have an amazing night. Wake 'em up is Wednesday. If you watching this at night, good night. But also to everybody, good morning. I gotta get that vibrato. I gotta make it shake like her.
Yeah, I gotta give her lessons. That was close.
Ooh,
that was close.
Ooh, not you just gonna play me like that. All right, we're gonna go because this might go another way. Y'all have a dope and amazing night. See y'all later. I was about to start singing Dream Girls. You're a dream girl. What?